Hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Sama. I'm Derek Mazzoni, your host. We're based in Seattle, and we showcase music from all over the world, specifically music that has a bit of history and an intention to make the world better and people's lives better. Today, I've got a band I've been a fan of for quite a while. They got together in 2013. They're based in Estonia, and they're known as Trad.Attack. They've been combining traditional music with a lot of great energy and pop. The way they're calling their work is by bringing traditional music and long vanished village voices to big stages. First covers of magazines, and then becoming a source of inspiration for the youth of Estonia. They're building a modern world and an impressively big sound around an archaic sound, while realizing their huge musical ambition, which came, I think, as a joke initially, to play in every single country in the world. I love that particular attitude. So let's get right into it right now. This is Trad.Attack, and you're going to love this video because it's just like, it's cozy. It's very cozy. Enjoy it.
Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emast, isast, päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emast, isast, päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emast, isast, päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armasta mind armsamini enesest. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emast, isast, päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emast, isast, päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emast, isast, päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armasta mind armsamini enesest. armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emast, isast, päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest.
Tõnu, did I tell you? Lovely, absolutely lovely, just warm, nice. Makes me want to visit Tallinn. So it's summer, so we've got the band here. I want to introduce you to Tony. Hi, Tony.
Hello.
And I want to introduce you to Sandra and Jalmar. Jalmar, I'm pronouncing your name right.
Yes.
Hello.
Awesome. How is life?
Life's good.
Glad to hear.
Yeah, we have very nice evening here in Estonia. We had a kind of a busy day. We had a band rehearsal,
Okay.
and we did some new music, and we are working on our next album. But also kind of getting into the autumn period. We had a lot of gigs during the summer in Estonia, and played a lot.
So I'm not hearing much of that from many people. So you actually are playing. People are going out. They're enjoying your music. What's the secret? Everybody in the world wants to know.
The secret is that Estonia is very small. We have only like 1.2 or 1.3 million people living here. So in that way, statistically, it's maybe easier to count everyone in that sense. But yeah. At the same time, we don't have many festivals where there's like 100,000 people, like there was in Chicago or somewhere.
Yeah,
like
big
Lollapalooza. Festival. So we don't have stuff like that. That happens like once in 4 years, maybe.
Okay. Tell me about that song. Tell me about that video. It's lovely. First of all, big props to your camera people and video crew. That's lovely. And I noticed something in that. There's just a small thing. The dishes with the coffee cups, the way they were positioned, it was just like, it just made it extra homey. And I'm curious, is there a word for that? Like, I know that the Danish have a word for everybody getting together and being cozy together. I wonder if there's like a variation of that, because in that video, I was just like, oh man, I wanted to hang out there. I wanted to be invited and eat some cake and enjoy the warmth and enjoy this beautiful music. So what's up with that? That's lovely. And two, what was the song about?
That was actually, it was the release of that song, which is a love song. And we decided when we released our last album that we tried to do this specially when events with each single. So we did the first one. It was in a small club in Tallinn, in the capital. The second one was in a big show, actually, at the Music Awards. And we thought that this song needs something really intimate and something really warm. So that's why we had this fireplace. And it was actually just a few hundred meters from where we are with Jalmar now. We are in Tartu, in middle of Estonia, which is university city. Mm-hmm. And it was on the river. We have river here, and it was a boat actually. Yeah. And
it is a boat.
It is a boat, but it is
still a boat.
It's still a boat after this party. Okay. And so we invited our closest friends and closest fans there, and we presented this song. I think it was like 2 weeks before it was actually released, or even a month before. Yeah. It was quite early, yeah. And normally we don't do love songs, but since we found these lyrics from 1930s, these really special lyrics, it was actually a love spell. Then we decided that we need to do one love song. So it's talking about love, and if you translate the lyrics, it's love me more than you love yourself. Love me more than you love your mother, your father, moon, and the sun. And that's all. There's just 2 lines.
Really?
And that's how actually people believed old days. Like, if you sing this song, then you can make, some love happening to you, or somebody fall in love with you.
Witchcraft.
Yes, but we removed one word, because we don't, if we perform it in front of thousands of people, we don't want them all to fall in love with us.
Yeah.
Okay. Why not?
And the fact, sorry, Jalmar here. We have to raise hand if we want to talk at the same time.
It's okay. It's
because
okay. We
we're in
can
different cities.
banter. We can banter.
This song was actually almost meant to be out of our album, our last album, because we had this secret voting that which songs are going on the CD and which are not. And this was almost out of the CD, but there was a fourth guy, if you noticed, like a tall guy in the video, and he's called Vaiko Eplik, like a very beloved and very good singer and songwriter in Estonia.
Mm-hmm.
He noticed that Trad.Attack did something different. He usually he can do it all, but he noticed that song during one festival and came to see and listen to that. And when we were in the very last leg of our CD production, then we sent this song to him as well to just give it a listen, and he was like I need to add something, and that's why he came on board, and he made also so good harmonies with the voice and stuff, and also he as a singer and songwriter and well-known musician, he made this song even better. And the result of that was that this song was actually chosen to be the best song of the year in Estonia.
Wow. Yeah.
Last year. So we won a music award with this very, very, very cheesy love song.
Oh, but I had to ask that. I have to add that in order for the spell to work, you had to say it 3 times. So it's sometimes people think that chants is you just chant the chant and it works, but I guess in Estonia it works a bit different. You have to do it a little bit, and then again a little bit, and then again a little bit.
That's the story of love, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should I put a little bit more? So Estonia is a new country. It's an ancient land full of forests and rivers and beautiful people but I'm always asking when I'm interviewing an artist, because you'll be my first Estonian artist, I believe. You guys were at KXP. You were on Transmusicales, and you were performing there, and you have an interesting story here because you're presenting historical music. The way you describe it is like these ancient village songs, and you're creating it for the modern stage, shall we say. But there's a connection. That's one of the reasons I have you here, is you're actually presenting music which is your heritage, whereas in the past, and this happened in Poland also, once the wall came down, everybody was like, screw that, because the Soviets were pushing that traditional music, and so a lot of kids just went, I want to do rock, punk, whatever I want, and then kind of rediscover that, hey, wait, this is more than a chunk. This is my own interpretation, but this is more than what it was presented by a particular government at a particular time. This is my heritage. This is my history. There's a psychic or a connection or something's going on there that connects me to this thing. And you created a career out of it. Sometimes that's just like a boutique project, we call it here, a little side project. But you've actually made it a thing. You have fans. You have a festival. You've been touring with this, every country in the world. And that's a pretty interesting thing, where you're taking this village music of Estonia, a country that most people are just discovering, and you're bringing it out. So tell me that story. How did that come about? And congratulations, by the way, for doing it.
Thank you. It sounded so good when you talked about it. I think we have already forgot what we do. It's so normal for us that we listen to these old recordings and we study them, because we used to study in the folk music department in the academy, and Tõnu studied in the jazz music, and we were always forced. Or we also liked it, but we were forced to listen to those recordings and to tried to play like the old people played or sing like the old people sang. And when we started Trad.Attack, the idea was actually to make an instrumental party band. Because all the other Scandinavian countries here, Sweden, Finland, Norway, they had really cool bands who were just playing instrumental music and people danced and so on. So we saw these bands when we were young. We saw them at Viljandi Folk Music Festival. And we thought in one moment that, okay, we have to do this party band and play only once a year on the festival, big concert, get drunk on the stage, smoke on the stage, and so on. Really like a folk rock and roll band. But it was only, I think, 2 months this idea lasted. Because when we started to we made our first rehearsal just to record some songs to apply to Tallinn Music Week. Yeah. So we had to record some songs. We tried. I knew before one really cool recording, and I said, okay, let's rap a little bit. Let's not sing, but just rap a little bit. We did it, and it sounded so bad. It sounded so bad, and we said to the sound engineer that maybe you should try to add the real recording, the archive recording, on top of our music. And he did that, and it worked. Yeah. So we released. It really worked. The music and the recording. So we decided to release it, and it was like one of our friend at the radio said. It was like a
hammer of folk music
yes.
Breaking into Estonian music scene. You never heard it before. Everybody, this is Trad.Attack.
Anyway, yeah, it was. We got really good feedback with the first song, so we decided, but why not? Why not to continue with that? Why do we only have to learn from the old, and why do we have to imitate them? Maybe we can also bring them, include and bring them on the stage with us, because we have all this modern technology, all these loopers, all these computers, and so on. So that was where the idea came from.
Trademark of Trad.Attack was born.
And I also think that it kind of grew onto us even more because eventually, after a half a year or a year working alone, there came our manager, who's still with us, Juliana, and we kind of saw that the music that people want to hear has to have something special. And we could have, like, I don't know, regular instruments, but we already had the bagpipe. So that was already something that people were like, what the hell is that? And you add the little loops, the little sounds, the quirks, the little, old, it's actually not even like vinyls, but it's like wax rolls that they recorded onto. So it's like this sound, and altogether it kind of made sense. And now it even makes more sense, because if you go to play in Malaysia, we are a very exotic band,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's like for us here in Estonia, we don't feel like exotic. But if you go outside with an Estonian bagpipe, it definitely is.
Yeah, no. That's a great story, but I'm going to push a little bit here, if I may. You said Estonia is a small country, and you literally said, Tony, you said you can count everybody. You're presenting music to your fellow citizens that they might not know as well as you, because they haven't studied at university. But there's something about this music that I'm finding in years of DJing and presenting on KXP and now Sama as well, that there's some kind of connection that helps people in a really interesting way. It's like it helps them. It's music to celebrate. There might be like a particular set of songs or a particular ritual that everybody does that is from that particular region that kind of like marks the passage of time. And then, kind of gives them a grounding. It's almost like in the Jewish tradition, you have bar mitzvah. It's like, okay, you're now this, you were no longer that. Go ahead, Tony.
It's called roots, man.
Okay.
It's roots. It gives the people roots.
If
you're,
Enough talking.
Just one word.
Roots.
Yeah, because it's like, especially nowadays where there's so much information, and basically, well, not now, but 2 years ago, you could fly anywhere within 13 to 24 hours.
Yeah.
But at the same time, more and more people I think feel like they want to hold on to something, and in a way we're giving it to them, like saying this is our culture. This is like somebody's granny singing this chant. Maybe she was sent to Siberia and you never knew her or even that she existed.
Yeah.
But in a way it like gives you hope at one side, and the other side it's like, yeah, I have something, so I'm more confident about myself.
Perfect. Exactly.
And I think,
well put.
Yeah, and I think it also works. Why it works outside of Estonia, because you hear these old voices, and I think right away it brings up the memories with your grandparents, maybe, or something from your history. So I think, that's why it works also outside of Estonia, and also in Estonia, as I said, people don't actually understand what we sing about.
Yeah.
Some of the songs, yes, like the love song, it's easily understandable. But many of the songs we sing, or the old singers sing, they are in dialect. So even non-Estonians understand that.
Okay.
It's more about probably more about the groove and the soundscape or sound ethic. I don't know how to say that, but if that doesn't work, and people still don't believe that we're playing bagpipe and it's a kind of a pop music at the same time, then we have one special song where we sing together with my own great grandmother. Then people's head are exploding that. What the hell? This guy's playing in one band with a great grandmother?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Who died in 1960s already. So Jalmar has never met her, but he's playing in the same band with her great grandmother.
And at that time, you can literally see my roots everywhere.
Exposed everybody to see. That's perfect. That's a great story.
And we are saying that in Estonia, we're saying that. Norwegians have their oil, but we have our verses and archival recordings.
Okay.
And you have to make something out of them. And,
No. Completely. This is great. I want to dig a little further, but I want to also I want to play this video of a festival you guys put together, which is really interesting. That you could actually make this happen. So kudos to you for putting that in and making that work, because there are certain bands that do what you do, but they're kind of they're really specific and they don't really change it. It's like, this is the music of our great grandparents, and we're going to do it just like this. But you turn it into you pay homage to that. I'm definitely not sensing like you're going to just twist it so it's out of proportion. You're taking it as your own, and you're in the 21st century, so you're presenting your interpretation of that, which to you is valid. It works. I'm not an ethnomusicologist, so I'm not going to be like nitpicking, oh, that dialect was supposed to be here versus here, but it works, and you can see in this video people seem to enjoy it quite a bit. So let's watch this right now. Trad.Attack. There we go. There it is. On Sama.
Ripakille vaene varjult vaatas, ripakille vaene varjult vaatas, armas pähklid puiskamast ja marjad maha langemas, armas pähklid puiskamast ja marjad maha langemas, rikas sittus ripakille vaene varjult vaatas, rikas sittus ripakille vaene varjult vaatas, ootis kulda kukkumast ja Tiina versest tikkumas, ootis kulda kukkumast ja Tiina versest tikkumas.
That looks like fun.
Yeah, it was. It is a lot of fun.
You got put everything in there, from saunas to delicious food to a disco at the end of it. All right. So what's the magic? How'd you put that together? How did you wrangle everybody
Well,
to
the,
help
the
you do
first
that?
the first magic is that you have to attend a lot of festivals at first in different countries, and then note down the best parts of every festival, and then put them all together. And also, you gotta have at least one parent that has a place where you can do a festival, like we have.
And
Because
convince that parent.
yeah, no, because Sandra's mother has the place that we're doing the festival, which is how do I call it?
Like a holiday house.
Yeah, like a holiday
Okay.
house, and they have a sauna and a lake and an island, and also
You were
An
all the place,
island.
yeah.
Okay,
And-
that was too much. It's not really
It's
an
actually,
island.
the lake was actually a pond, and
Yeah.
island was actually the
It's like,
just a small
wow,
place.
But
royalty.
it's a good
Yeah.
promotion work. Well, yeah, we started 4 years ago. It was our fourth festival this August, and the
Okay.
idea was to do a little like a community party for our fans, so they could really actually come to us, because normally they see in Estonia, they see us on the big stages, and we go sometimes give
Autographs, yeah.
and make photos. But there we really wanted to talk with them, so we actually started it in the south of Estonia, in Setomaa. We did 2 festivals, and now 2 years in a row we did in my mother's place, and it's something actually we look forward to it. As Tõnu said, we can actually make everything from the we can decide everything ourselves, which stage we have, how much, how many times we play. Like last summer we played 3 times, 3 concerts ourselves. This summer we played 1 time.
Okay.
So it's all the different things. Who is coming to sell food? What kind of bar we have? What kind of decorations? So it's really nice to do it this way.
The special thing about this festival is that it's a secret festival, because we started it because we have a secret Facebook group. And now basically there's like a secret code which you can use to buy a ticket to that festival. But like a little piece that's the most important thing above all is that people don't know who are performing like
Besides us, yeah.
Yes. So
Wow.
there's Trad.Attack, but all the other artists that we invite to play at our festival, they are called Artist X. And the second
Okay.
one is Artist XX. And then comes the triple X.
Wow.
And this year we had like seven concerts basically during one long day, and it summed up with a disco. So
At Sandra's mother's place. That's the first time I've ever heard. We had a festival at my mother's place. That's like a whole new world of. My mind is blown. When is the festival?
It's always in different times, because we decided that we
That's
do the
also
festival. We do the festival when we have time. And 2 first years we were touring all the time, so we did it at the end of August when we were already back from abroad. This like these last 2 years we have been here. So last one was in July, and this summer was in August. So
Okay.
we see.
it's in the
Got
summer.
it. Okay.
It's in the summer.
Okay.
Yes.
I want to. It looks like you guys have a great team helping you put all this together, because I know it's not just the 3 of you that's making that work.
That's not true. It's just 3 of us.
Right. You're lying.
But that's
actually
also
just
like
Sandra.
We just show up, walk out of the sauna. The festival's here. Congratulations! I want to thank Julia also for making this happen and putting it together. How'd you find each other?
with Juliana.
No, how'd you, the 3 of you, find each other?
Well, we actually, Sandra and me, we are from the same town basically, so we knew each other already before school, and eventually we all started to study in the Cultural Academy, which is under Tartu University, but it's like a branch here. And we were all very green and very young when we came to the school, but when we started the band, we were already like we played in a band with Sandra, and Jalmar played with another band, and we had many different projects. So in a way, when we came together, people saw us as like, oh, okay, they're doing a band. We'll see about that. So yeah.
Is that a thing
Yeah.
in Estonia?
No, I don't know. Maybe it is.
Is it like, certain, this is going to get into trouble, but certain cultures are like, oh, you're in a band. Huh. We'll see about that.
No, not like that. What Tony meant was that we were already playing in different groups, and
Okay.
and people were like, "Why do you need another band?"
Got it.
But
Got
it was why you need another band, but it was also because people actually knew us in the folk music scene. We were famous. You could say. First of all, Estonia is small. Huh? Let's remember that. So we were known musicians already. So when we did this trio, everybody was like, "Okay, let's see what comes from that." So it was like they were really interested. What's going to happen with this trio?
Okay, so
because Tony is the best drummer, Sandra is the best bagpiper.
That's not true.
I'm just.
And what are you?
Well, I have, as I said, I have roots.
You have roots.
He's
It's all about the roots, man. You guys sound great, and you have chops. Obviously, you've been doing this. You have a fan base. People are interested in what you're doing next. So, what's next?
Well, currently we're working on our new music, and actually, can we say it? I don't know. But anyways, we're working on a special album, which will be a remix album by different people from all around the world, from China to Czech Republic to UK to. Do we have somebody from the States also? No,
I don't think so.
Nope,
No.
not yet.
no.
Okay.
That's gonna be a separate LP, okay?
Okay.
But yeah, we're working on this and also our new music. So that's basically what's up right now.
So
I
what's
guess.
inspiring you to make new music at this particular time? Because it's a freaky time. It's hard to tour. I mean, obviously, you're in the paradise of Estonia, so you guys seem to have made it work. But it's an interesting time for artists, for musicians. You've got this thing called streaming, which doesn't make any money. People aren't really buying records, and touring can be hard. So, this is a tough subject for people to talk about, especially artists. But how the hell are you going to do it?
We actually got hit like a crazy heavy ball to our faces because we did our last album called Make Your Move, and we released. The release was in April 2020.
Yeah.
When the COVID actually arrived.
Yeah.
And we had so big plans because we were about to do our first arena concert in the biggest inside hall in Estonia, which is a Saku Suurhall, which is the place where they play basketball and so on.
10,000 people capacity.
Like a 360-degree production, and we were like on the halfway, and we were like spending all the money. And also we borrowed some money to gain this album, to really like push ourselves out of the comfort zone and push ourselves towards to the like a bigger plan of music. We were like spending money for the advertisements for this concert and so on and so on. And then the COVID came, and we were like, okay. Well, they bought some CDs. I mean, we did a long pre-sale and so on. But still, like the whole budget was supposed to come together when we end this concert, and that concert never happened. And we are still paying our loan, and we are still struggling, kind of. But it's the way we think. We have to move on. We don't know what happens next year, but we do our music anyway, and that's kind of like a good way to think that if there's no money included, if there's no success included, if there's no interviews with Sama included, would we still do it?
No.
We will.
Really?
and we are doing it and kind of trying to live in these circumstances. I mean, we don't know, but we had a lot of gigs in the summer. We have some special gigs in the in autumn period, and we are also kind of looking forward to the next summer, where we also want to go back to our roots, which is to make beat production concerts, to to risk more and also play abroad. But we don't know.
And I think the mindset we have, that we think bigger picture, not only what we lost like last year, but what we can gain if we continue doing it. We have this consistency and we do the music. We love to create the music. I must say, as a side note, that I'm totally out of inspiration, but I hope it will come in November when we go in the studio. Anyways, the guys are doing the inspiration stuff meanwhile. But in the beginning of summer, we even hired some people to our team, even though we were actually we still had this loan we had to pay back. But again, we looked at bigger picture. Like if we take this like a road manager guy or tour manager guy, then we actually get more gigs. So eventually it will pay back. And also we have a social media person. Like if we are active in social media, people see we are doing, they invite us more and so on. So I think the bigger picture is that. Tõnu, do you want to add something?
I think it's like towards the end, so I would turn back to the being Estonian part. And, you know, Estonians have been under different governments and different countries throughout the history of Estonian kind, so to speak. And what it has given us is that the more shit there is, the better the flowers grow. So in a way, you know, if you feel like, oh, this is so hard and this is so bad, then the Estonian will know that there will be a better time, because right now it's so bad. So in a way, I wake up in the morning and go practice my instrument, knowing that when I do it, the next time I can play, you will shit your pants.
Okay. We seem to be on a theme here. I probably that sounds better in Estonian than it did in English, but I get the gist completely for what you're trying to say. It sounds great. The fact that you're doing it, the fact that you have a support system is great. I look forward to welcoming you here, and
Cool.
This is a great sound. And it's also, you know, we started the conversation talking about Estonia, and you know, we could talk a long time. It's an ancient country that for a long time wasn't a country, and now it's back to a country. And there was this like one of the last countries to be Christianized. It was pagan up to the 1300s. You had the Crusades going through. It was you know, it's a very rich, powerful place with a unique language also. So you've got like this broad story, broad history, and to Tony's point, in a small place, and that needs to be shared. So definitely, I'm glad you guys are at it. I'm glad you don't have desk jobs or something like that right now. It's like, oh yeah, I was doing this thing now I'm an accountant. Love accountants. We need accountants.
We need accountants.
We need accountants. But I'm looking forward to seeing this, because as we saw in these videos and as we've heard from people, you guys put on a great show. And it's important for you to be ambassadors of your culture and of your country to the world at large. So I applaud the fact that you're planning to tour in every single country on the planet, which is awesome. But it's also great to see this, to represent your culture this way, where you're not just mimicking a rock band, you know, who are presenting a version of blues or something that has nothing to do with your culture. And I'm going to get hell for this, but I don't care. It's good to do this. It's good that you're presenting this story of your culture and of your country. I'm not saying that's all you have to do. You know, you're artists. You can do whatever you want. But it's nice to see. It's nice to hear, and it resonates with people. It resonates with people like me and others. So kudos.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What's kudos in Estonian?
Aitäh.
Or is aitäh.
Aitäh?
Yeah.
All right. That's cool. I'll pick that up. That's awesome. Okay, so you're working on your record. You've got a remix record coming. You're in the bubble of beautiful Estonia, taking a sauna and making music. And Sandra, I hope inspiration comes again.
Me too. Maybe more sauna.
Maybe more sauna.
Yeah.
Maybe more cold than hot, and make that work. And thanks for being here, and thanks for being available. And look forward to having you here. Okay.
Thank
be well.
you so much.
Be safe. Wear a mask, and there's so much more to talk about. We'll cover that when you get here. Okay. Peace. Be well.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Okay. Trad.Attack. Live from Estonia. Isn't technology amazing? And as always, it's a Sama session, and we have some music recorded by Trad.Attack specifically for Sama. So stoked to be able to share that with you. Here is live from Tallinn, Trad.Attack.
situs ripakille, raha ripa-räpakille. Kulda kukkus kohinaga, raha langes lahinaga. Kulda kukkus kohinaga, raha langes lahinaga. Rikas situs ripakille, rahaga riha-räpakille. Rikas situs ripakille, raha ripa-räpakille. Münni maha maksatasid, rahakott raksatasid. Münni maha maksatasid, rahakotti raksatasid.
Tehke ruumi.
Hoidke rahvas, tehke ruumi, hoidke rahvas, tehke ruumi. Ma tahan õde õpetada, ma tahan õde õpetada. Noorukesta noomida, noorukesta noomida. Kes tahab pere minijaks minna,
tantsi vanamees, kelle kord on kaela, teine kord on kaela. Tantsi vanamees, kelle kord on suuna, teine kord on suuna. Tantsi vanamees, ei vanamees, pane närki vanamees. Vanamees, tõuse üles vanamees, tõuse üles vanamees, tõuse üles vanamees.
armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emast, isast, päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emast, isast, päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emast, isast, päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armasta mind armsamini enesest. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emast, isast, päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emastisest päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armsamini emastisest päikesest ja kuust. Armasta mind armsamini enesest, armasta mind armsamini enesest. Päikesest ja kuust, armasta mind armsamini enesest.